Press start to begin.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Super Bonus Round. We're back with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. I'm your host, Sean Mugiwara Jam, joined as always by my co-host, Chad Peanut.
Hey!
And Rich Raymond 767. Oh, there he goes in his floating toilet. By the way, I hope you guys like that art asset I made of him.
Yes. Yes.
I'll happily put that in. He's an easier thing to put in than the Furby.
And yet it's somehow... Oh, sorry.
This is the...
Oh, wait a minute. You said...
Okay, he's in the ashtray this time. This is the defendant lobby, all right? But there's no defendant. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if...
Something's been happening behind the scenes.
Oh, that's actually Rich.
Shit.
Something's been happening behind the scenes.
Edgeworth!
Knowing you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 777-7777 ID number is, that is. Yes, I have.
Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out.
You know, the only Okay, I don't know why Discord keeps automatically zooming out of full screen. I don't get it. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything.
True. Not yet.
In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right, and Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty.
But she didn't do it!
I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say.
It's the first time he's ever done something like this. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her.
The truth?
Everything goes back to the SL9 incident.
Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. We don't have time to reminisce about the past.
That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened.
I'll think about it. See you in court, right?
This is it. If I'm ever gonna find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. February 25th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 9.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
How to go higher than a Boeing rocket.
Gunshot.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. I sure as hell hope Your Honor is.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. What? But before that, the police chief has a proposal to make.
Chief Gant.
Whoa! Morning, folks! How's everyone doing? Hey, OG, haven't been back to the pool yet?
No, I've been drowning enough in my shit, thank you very much.
Oh, that's a good one! Don't think I can top that.
Yes, you can. Your lawns, you got telephone poles for... Never mind. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, exactly what is this proposal of yours?
Lana, that is to say, the defendant has asked me if she could speak directly to the court.
Uh-oh. She wants to do what?
Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble.
Wait.
What's this all about, defendant?
I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished.
Well then, what's your request?
Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Oh shit!
Huh?
I confess to all charges
Oh,
against
come
me.
on.
On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prosecutor's office.
No, Lana! You can't! Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea.
In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services.
But Lana!
Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. Oh, what the hell? What's that?
What was what?
You just skipped a bunch of dialogue.
I don't think
It was probably the game.
was the
It was
game.
probably the
But
game.
it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please.
Well,
The defendant certainly has the right to self-representation.
was that a or was that, did you just drop one?
Your request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no further need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise.
This can't be happening.
It appears the time for the verdict has arrived. The court finds the defendant bullshit. One moment, Your Honor. Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has not yet proven the defendant guilty beyond reasonable doubt. Any ruling at this stage would certainly be premature.
I'm now ready. I understand this is a difficult time for you. But why don't you just be a good little boy and keep your mouth shut,
I don't think I care for your tone, Chief Gant.
What?
Creating another fabrication to cover up your past mistakes. Sorry, but I'm no longer the naive little boy you would have me be. With this sudden confession from the defendant, it's obvious to me some kind of deal was struck behind the scenes.
Some kind of deal, Not everyone operates as you do, Worthy.
Oh, fuck. He got his ass. Even though it was also him that did that.
I thought so. Your Honor, the prosecution would like to change its first witness.
Oh, to him!
As its first witness, the prosecution would like to call Miss Emma Skye. I request the court hears her testimony.
Mr. Edgeworth, I'm exercising my right to self-representation. I don't think we need to continue.
I don't care what you think, Miss Skye. The exposure of truth sometimes results in tragedy. However, no matter how tragic the truth may be, it would be an even greater tragedy to avert one's eyes from it.
A great line.
Very well. The court shall grant the prosecution's request. That's okay with you, right, Chief Cat?
Woody.
You'll live to regret this. Mark my words.
Miss Emma Sky, please take the stand.
Looks like Edgeworth has decided to take the horse by the reins. Also, prepare the the fiberglass guard.
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation.
My name is Emma Sky. My occupation, I'm Lana's little sister. And I want to be a scientific investigator.
2 years ago, you encountered the serial killer Joe Dark of the Joe Dark killings. Is this correct?
Yes. I'm
Does
trying my
mean-
hardest to forget about that, though.
I'm sorry. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to recall those events one more time. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember this trial concerns the murder of Detective Goodman. Is an incident that was resolved 2 years ago really all that relevant? Yes, it most certainly is. Plop. Well, okay then.
He should have gave it fast.
Now,
I'll roll over like a good doggy, bark, bark.
please testify about what happened to you 2 years ago.
No, Austin, we have to wait one more game before he gives in to a dominatrix. One more game, give it time. The trip to yesteryear has finally begun. It's bound to lead to the truth behind this trial.
I was waiting in my sister's office that day. A man came running in and took me hostage. Neil Martha rescued me. But I'll never forget what I saw in the instant. The man raised his knife and stabbed Mr. Martha in the chest.
It's a good thing you weren't harmed.
I passed out. I don't remember much.
That's understandable. However, please tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, what does this testimony have to do with Detective Goodman's murder? That will soon become apparent, Your Honor.
You've got to admire him for his courage, considering he has no evidence.
Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Alright, so there's not a whole lot to go on just yet, so I don't think I can really ask you guys what you think thus far. So I'm going to
Maybe press a few things?
I know what to do, but I'm pulling your guys' brains to see if you guys know what the answer is. Obviously, I want to know more about what the hell this is. Can you tell us about that?
Mr. Martha jumped on Doc. Just then, the lights went out.
The lights?
That's about this time of year. There was a terrible storm going on and lightning struck nearby.
So the electricity went out?
Wait a minute. If it was pitch dark in that room, you shouldn't have been able to see anything, right?
Except in one very specific circumstance.
Right, but just then lightning flashed again outside. That sudden flash left an unforgettable image of a scene in my mind.
I see.
I told the detective about it, what I saw then.
The detective.
Yes, Detective Goodman. He was in charge of the case.
Detective Bruce Goodman, the victim. Hear more. So you spoke with Detective Goodman about this 2 years ago.
Yes. That's what's so scary about this trial.
And you told Detective Goodman about what you saw.
Yes, but at the time, the words just wouldn't come out.
Flem did, though.
That's why I drew a picture.
A picture. Yes, I think she mentioned that before.
Well, Mr. Wright, have you heard enough?
Ask
No.
about the picture.
This picture the witness drew. I believe it has a very important meaning.
But the list of evidence I was given 2 years ago didn't contain a picture. Witness, would you mind if we added this statement to your testimony?
There we go. Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
I drew a picture of that scene once, but it seems to have been lost.
So you might think. Do you remember that thing that Gant hid in his drawer?
Oh?
Yes.
Examine it. Aha!
Haha.
Mr. Edgeworth? This little girl put all her heart into drawing that picture. And yet you would insist on denying its existence?
What? Hey, I'm not the bad guy. All I'm saying is that as the prosecutor for that case, I wasn't handed such a picture.
That may well be. But that doesn't mean it doesn't exist. Behold!
This is the evidence list for the SL9 incident.
Please turn it over, Your Honor.
Turn it. Ah! Pluck. What is this? Yes, what is that?
Hey, that's it. That's the picture I drew.
Indeed, two men appear to be wrestling here.
No, they're in a rave. He's holding a glow stick and his friend fell over. He's helping him up.
What's the meaning of this? What are you doing with that list?
Me!
Only the prosecutor in charge should have access to that list. Huh? These lists, they're different from each other. What? It would appear, Mr. Edgeworth, that the evidence list you were handed 2 years ago was incomplete. These two lists fit together to form one.
Remember, Edgeworth said the evidence lists are usually twice as long as what he had.
You can see the marks here, where they were torn apart from each other.
So you see, Mr. Edgeworth, it's quite obvious what happens. 2 years ago, only half of the evidence in that case ever reached you.
What? What? Order! Order! But, Miss Sky, why did you draw your picture on the back of such an important list?
Probably the only paper that was around during questioning.
Because that's what Detective Goodman handed me in the questioning room, Your Honor. Oh,
Wait a minute.
we got a buddy butt.
If this list was torn in half, then that means... Your Honor, and that means Phoenix Wright was intensely looking at it.
Are you all right, Mr. Wright? Your eyes are bulging from your head.
Sorry, sir, I was looking at the buddy cam. If the evidence list was torn in half, then there might be more of the drawing on the back of Mr. Edgeworth's list.
Yes, that's quite conceivable, Mr. Edgeworth. It's possible. Let's see. Hey, so, are you constipated? Do you need some of my X-Lax?
Do you even have to ask?
Hang on, let me compose myself around. Sorry, Your Honor. There is indeed something drawn on the back of my list. Is that thing? What?
No. Aha.
That's that plop. That thing that was dancing in the evidence room. Clearly, this act of vandalism is the work of a certain chief of detectives.
I guess he was out of scrap paper. Evidence list restored and updated in the court record.
Very well, witness. Will you please testify about this picture you drew 2 years ago?
No, you know, I just realized this is an artist rendition of two of her friends fighting over Mario Party 8.
Huh? Oh, yes, Your Honor.
If I've never told that story on content before, two of my friends were they were actually at Austin's house when we were having like a pool party, and we were playing Mario Party 8 for the Wii, and then one of them was about to buy the other one's hotel, and they got into a literal fist fight over it.
Yeah, someone said, you won't make that hotel investment, and just tackled them.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Rest in peace to one of them. One of them is no longer with us.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, it was.
What's wrong with Emma? She seems to be thinking about something when she was looking at the picture.
Emma's picture. This is the picture I drew 2 years ago. The flash of lightning was so bright, all I could see was shadows. After that, I must have fainted. This picture shows exactly what I saw in that instant. Someone get this bitch a tissue.
What? To think a flash of lightning could burn such an image in your mind.
Thanks to that, though, she was able to show us exactly what she saw.
Well, I don't see any contradictions here. This clearly shows Joe Dark about to murder Prosecutor Neil Marshall. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Alright, so the final statement. 2, 3, 4. I know the answer, but let me check something. Oh, fuck! That's not right!
Yeah.
So, Emma says she saw Neil being stabbed in the front because of the picture, but what does his autopsy say?
Stabbed in the back.
Easy enough. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but this picture the witness drew contains a blatant contradiction.
What? But I still remember it just like it was yesterday.
Mr. Wright? Perhaps it would be faster if you simply pointed out this contradiction for us. What part of this picture contradicts the autopsy report?
It's the Wii remote. You can't kill somebody with a Wiimote, or stab him at least.
You could throw it at him hard enough.
Contradiction, of course, lies here. Take a look at the knife the man's holding. If you look closely, you can see the tip is broken.
Even I don't have to look closely to see that, Mr. Wright.
But Mr. Wright, look at that evidence. See the murder weapon? The tip is broken too.
If I recall, the tip of the knife was found broken off in the victim's body.
It was the conclusive piece of evidence that proves John Dark was
John
the
Dark?
murderer.
It's Joe Dark!
Joe Dark, sorry.
First, we've gone from Doe Jark to John Dark.
Don't jark.
The only contradiction I see is this guy's name. I'm afraid it's not so simple, Emma.
And where, pray tell, could you possibly see a problem?
It's obvious, really. The victim suffered a single stab wound into the back. If the victim was only stabbed once, then the murder weapon should not yet be broken.
What's in this? Perhaps the knife was broken beforehand.
Sorry, but I'm afraid that's not possible. The tip of the knife was found inside the victim's body. If broken beforehand, it couldn't possibly wind up there.
That's right. But what does this mean? The tip of the knife was undeniably discovered within the victim's body. The only possible explanation is the witness's memory is mistaken.
That's why I asked her so many times if she was sure she remembered correctly. I believe you were annoyed at the time, but she was sure she remembered it correctly.
But there's no other way to explain this inconsistency.
Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. There is another explanation. Have you forgotten already about a little something called falsified evidence?
You're treading on thin ice, right?
All I'm saying is that this broken knife tip might be the piece of evidence that was forged. You can't deny the possibility.
No. Order! 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 Are you saying the investigation really was corrupted?
Your Honor, please allow me to once again go over the events that took place the day of the murder. The police department and the prosecutor's office were holding a ceremony that day. After receiving the King of Prosecutors Award at the ceremony, Neil Marshall questioned Joe Dark along with Damon Gant. During his questioning, Joe Dark fled the room. Prosecutor Marshall chased after him and was killed by Dark. It is my belief that somewhere in this story, there is a lie.
I'm not lying. The man really was holding up a broken knife.
If that's true, then there's no other way around it. This could not have been the actual murder weapon. Then there must have been another broken knife. What are the chances of there being two broken knives?
Another broken knife besides Joe Dark's. Could there have been one? Yeah, did you guys see it just a second ago?
There is
Yeah.
If the witness is adamant about the accuracy of what she saw, it can't just be explained away by a simple observational error.
Mr. Wright.
In that instant, Emma really did see a broken knife.
I assume then that you have some information about this other broken knife. If so, Please feel free to enlighten us.
The murder weapon was already broken prior to the murder. There's only one way. Take a look at this. Here's the real murder weapon. Do you guys know where it is?
The glass thing.
No. No. It's in here.
The picture. On the trophy.
Yeah, remember Edgeworth said they discontinued the sword from the trophy? Because he got one and it doesn't have the sword on there. You wonder why they don't use it anymore? The answer lies in the past. 2 years in the past. Right here inside this picture. That's you.
This is a picture of the award ceremony. What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? It's the broken murder weapon.
Notice the award prosecutor Marshall's holding.
That's a broken knife.
As we earlier concluded, the knife in the drawing was not Joe Dark's knife. That being the case, the knife the witness saw was in all likelihood from this award.
Order!
You know another point I thought about that I don't think the game addresses? If he was in questioning and he ran for the office, why would he have a knife on him? Wouldn't they check him before they put him in the room?
Yeah.
And the power is out. Where the hell did he get it? So he obviously grabbed the trophy. Why would he have the other knife? It's an obvious lie when I think about it. Neil Marshall was awarded the King of Prosecutors that day. As an award, he was given this broken shielded knife. When he chased after Joe Dark, he pulled out this knife. Being a prosecutor, he did not carry a pistol. This broken knife was the only weapon he had in this dangerous situation.
But that can't be.
Oh, and why not, Mr. Edgeworth?
Because if the King of Prosecutors award knife was the murder weapon, then the murderer and the victim would be reversed.
What do you mean?
I mean, this man raising a knife would have been Prosecutor Neil Marshall.
Oh!
But the prosecutor was the one who actually died.
Yeah, but there could have been a scuffle after the flash. That's true. What's going on here?
It seems Mr. Wright has been a bit too eager to jump to conclusions.
Hold it. Wait, I remember everything now.
Witness?
Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it?
could you show me your evidence list again, please?
Is this the one with that picture scribbled on the back?
I knew it. This picture, I'm the one who drew it.
What?
You drew that?
That's right. So this was torn in half at the time I drew this picture. All this time, I've been trying so hard to forget. I must have locked this part away deep inside me.
Perhaps it would be best if we added this to the witness's testimony. Would you please tell us what you recalled, Miss Sky?
Yes, Your Honor.
First the knife mix-up, now the blue badger. This should be interesting. But you know what I just recalled?
What?
It's time for next time on Super Bonus Round.
Oh shit.
So thank you guys again so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Make sure to pull out some plexiglass on that witness booth.
Consider the text box is there too. That's going to be a little difficult. No.